The KPEL Studios here in Lafayette, Louisiana. We're also broadcasting on Rumble. Go check us out, Rumble. Go check us out, youtube.com. And shout out to our KLFY Plus viewing audience. Let's continue this talk about some H2O, some water. But really, the discussion really is how we've been treated over the last, 50 years? Like the world's doormat, and it's really the last 30. And now that I think about it, I'm going to be careful in this. NAFTA. I think that's kind of the time for, I'm not blaming NAFTA because there were some good intentions with NAFTA. The USMCA, the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, replaced NAFTA under President Trump in his first term. And it seems to address a lot of the issues that NAFTA created, specifically in the automobile and our farmers, those industries, and I'm sure there's some other ones as well. But regardless, I think that's about the time. So it doesn't shock me. It doesn't shock me that we would have an agreement here since 1944, and then all of a sudden, willy-nilly. All right, let's go. Ooh, we had a phone call. Give us a call, 232-1542, 232-1542, 844-766-6607 outside the wonderful Acadiana viewing audience or listening audience. Now, Trump posted on Truth Social that Mexico must release 800,000 acre-feet now and at least 200,000 by year's end. Trump said, you don't do this, 5% tariff is going to be added to Mexican products if you don't release that water immediately. All right. So here's the deal. When you talk about international agreements, most people's eyes glaze over, rightfully so. Most people's eyes glaze over. But when you talk about water in Texas or water to someone who relies on it kind of a lot, ears kind of perk up. International agreement, snooze fest. Necessary water and being screwed for about 80 years, yeah, that piques my interest. But water is the life for our farmers. Water is the life for our farmers, for our ranchers, for the food supply the entire country depends on. In Mexico, they're sitting over there just slow rolling, just chilling. Slow rolling a treaty it signed 80 years ago while American growers watch their yields shrink and their costs climb. That's not an agreement. That's not a disagreement. That is a straight up breach. Far more than that. So Trump does what Trump does. He reaches for leverage, and I'm glad. I'm okay with that. Not speeches, not panels. We're going to make a panel to discuss the water situation on the border. Seems like Mexico hasn't been doing its end for about, 60 years. Where's my retirement check? That's probably how those go. We're going to create a panel, a commission. We don't need think tank word clouds. Leverage. Look, you either honor the treaty or you feel the pressure. That really is kind of how they work if you think about it. In this case, it's tariffs. In other cases, other pressures. And Mexico knows what that means because they've lived through it. Trump throws a 5% tariff on the table. Great. And suddenly, this isn't an academic discussion about acre feet on a spreadsheet. Like it becomes real because this is real. It affects real people. It's not paper people. This becomes a real incentive. We talked about incentives earlier to comply. That's foreign policy. I'd say foreign policy with a little bit of consequences means something. Let's go to this caller. Caller, you're live on the Josh Guillory Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Norman. Am I on?
Norman! Norm. What's up, Norm? Bear with me. I don't have my caller ID on. What you got, buddy?
Well, that's okay. Listen, the ever-curious Norman wants to know, what's the deal with all this? They compete, this, that, and the other. As far as I know, there's two rivers involved, the Rio Grande and the Colorado. Both of them have their sources in the United States. I don't know. I don't know.
That's a very good point there, Norm. Norm from Poche Bridge. But, Norm, I'm just looking at this this time. I got about 20 seconds till I actually have a hard break, so I got to let you go, my man. Thank you so much. Calling hour number 2. Guys, look, we're going to take a little break. Hour number 2 is going to be, you do not, I'm telling you, you do not want to miss it. It is going to be great. Go check us out on our social medias. Go to rumble.com. Go to YouTube. Go to all the things, and we shall be right back. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Josh Guillory Show. I remain your grateful host. Woo, in studio with me, no one. I'm by myself. Oh, my goodness. But I tell you what, big tip, I got you over there, man, on rumble.com. Y'all go check us out. All my peeps, man. Y'all keep Q Magic in your prayers. Not feeling too great. But I tell you what, he's still in the game, baby. All right. Thank you, Big Tibbs. Shout out. Go to rumble.com. You can look up the Josh Guillory Show. Also, check out the YouTube, our YouTube channel, and you too can see us. All right. Shout out to our KLFY Plus viewing audience. We certainly appreciate you without a doubt. All right. Let's switch gears here a little bit. We're going to talk about politics in Texas, but it also involves the rest of the nation, of course, as it always does. Jasmine Crockett. I know that y'all a lot of folks get so excited hearing that name. It's probably just all fired up, pumped up, right? Jasmine Crockett enters the Democrat Senate race nomination for the Democrat nomination for U.S. Senate. So NBC News is reporting that Representative Crockett has officially launched her United States Senate campaign in Texas, filing just before the deadline and immediately shaking up her party's primary, to say the least. Colin Allred, who was in the race, he dropped out. Colin dropped out within hours, which really left, Crockett and State Representative James Tellerico in a head-to-head fight, while Senator John Cornyn, over on the Republican side, faces his own Republican challenger. Got some things heating up in Texas. 2026 might be a little fiery. We'll see. All right, so Democrat Representative Crockett, who's going for the Democrat nomination, probably will get it. I don't know how strong that state legislator is. But Crockett opened up with a Texas tough theme and promised to take on cost of living and challenge Trump's administration. Well, our cost of living was due to you supporting policies that sent all our jobs across the pond. Hadn't seen a federal regulation you don't like or a tax you don't like. No, but don't worry, Congresswoman. Rhinos are with you. You're not alone. Republicans instantly, the moment that Congresswoman Crockett announced her Senate bid, Republicans instantly resurfaced her most controversial statements, and you probably recall some of these. One included her calling Governor Abbott Governor Hot Wheels. This, he's in a wheelchair. That's real Congresswoman-like. This is the same lady that described Marjorie Taylor Greene in open session or whatever it's called in committee. She's the one that called her a bleach blonde, bad-built butch body. A real classy lady indeed from Texas running for Senate. I thought Democrats weren't big on body shaming. I thought that was not cool. I thought that was against the woke rules. You breaking up the woke rules? So very interesting over there. Now, Senator Cornyn, he's the incumbent. He's a Republican. He labeled her as radical, theatrical, and ineffective. Got it. And his campaign rolled out ads within minutes, as you can imagine. Now, Ken Paxton, that's the Texas Attorney General, he jumped in too, branding her crazy Jasmine Crockett. All right, now, I'm just saying, I'm not saying you don't go there, okay? You can go that if you want. You just got to be unique, Trump does it, and I get it. I don't know if you can play it that well. I don't know. I don't know if I like it when he does it. But anyway, I love the policies, though. But he pointed out, the AG, who's also running against Cornyn, okay? He also pointed out Cornyn once called her his dance partner. Okay. Allred, that was a state legislator. He dropped out to avoid a costly Democratic party while Tallarico stayed in. I don't think so, that state legislator said. I am more in tune with the electorate than you are over there in Washington. Said he pushed a grassroots-driven progressive message. That's what he wants to push. I'm going to out-left you. Now, Crockett enters with about $4.6 million available to transfer from her house account. Tallarico posted a strong $6.3 million last quarter. That's pretty good. That's really good. Texas, much bigger than Louisiana, of course. Got some of our senatorial candidates. I heard some of their advertisements. It's good. Now, this will be probably, if you think about it, it's probably going to be the most expensive Democratic Senate primary in modern Texas, I would imagine. That's a lot of money. And that's just for the nomination. That's not for the actual Senate seat. On the GOP side, again, Senator Cornyn does have challengers. Attorney General Paxton's coming in pretty hot and heavy. Wesley Hunt already locked in a high-stakes fight for the nomination. So, the reason that this race matters, it's far more than the campaign drama. I wouldn't waste your time on that, although it is kind of interesting to see sometimes. But the reason is that Texas is one of the anchors of national policy and one of the anchors to national policy on some of the issues that just happen to be very important to our country right now, like sovereignty. That's important. You want that? You want to protect your sovereignty? You want to protect American families? You want to protect American children? I mean, I could go on and on and on. I could go on and on and on. But the reason is even more than that. Whoever wins this Senate seat will have a vote on the border, spending, energy, national security, judges. We can go on and on. And Trump's entire agenda for the next 4 years, or at least the next 2 years with Trump's agenda. It depends on who wins after that. We'll see. But they weren't reacting to the personality, okay? You know, Republicans perked up the second Crockett announced, not because of her personality. Not even close. They were reacting to the policies behind that personality and what it means for Texas and what it means for the country. We forget to talk about that sometimes. And Crockett does bring, let's just lay it out there, okay? I mean, she brings a style that Democrats love on social media. Love it. Love it, love it, want some more of it. But Texas elections aren't won on social media. Go ask the Teeth Man. Beto O'Rourke. I think I said his name right. Mr. O'Rourke. He was all social media'd out. Y'all remember that? He was the Obama of Texas. Got his teeth cleaned to show he was real. How who can hear you on cleaning your teeth? Who wants to see that? I'd like to know the views. Probably millions. Probably millions. But Crockett seems to bring a little bit of that. A little bit of that to the table. But Texas citizens know, and the rest of the country know. And I know that I got to take a tiny little break. Guys, when we get back, I am telling you, you are going to want to stick around. I can't wait. It's going to be hot. It's going to be heavy. And we'll be right back.